Look at those clouds. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so what we got here is the 2013 F-150 Tonka truck with the 5-liter Coyote. So you guys have been following me. I've been saying I've been going to get more stuff for it. And being that it's been winter, so I decided, you know what? We're going to start putting some parts in. So what we ordered was the ROUSH cold air intake for this truck. I just got done installing it. It says that you're not supposed to oil it, but on the packaging it came with said you're supposed to oil it. So it said use cayenne oil. So I oiled it up, being that I have some. It's fairly simple install. I am gonna say though, it was not as easy as it should have been, only because snow. It's 20 degrees out, and these plastic parts, getting this plastic piece in here, in between here, was a royal pain in the, you guessed it. UPS just shipped it and the stuff came cold. I should have let it warm up before I brought it out, but I obviously didn't. You got a couple lines here too. You know, you have to reuse a clamp because either that or mine was missing one, but I just reused a clamp off the stock setup. This thing is a little torque head. Managed to get that with a little Allen key, pop that out, and there's a little clip underneath this wiring thing to pull that out for the mass airflow sensor. And then it clips into the top of your stock air box, and when you close the hood it seals this and it pulls air from down from where the stock location is, so you're not getting a lot of hot air. But we're gonna try it out. I'm just letting the truck warm up here a little bit, and I'm gonna have my daughter rev it here in a second. Alright, so we're going to do a little sound test here. My daughter, Dream Smasher, is going to rev it up. So as you can see, it's pretty loud. I mean, it's going to make it sound... It's going to make the truck sound better. I don't know if it adds much horsepower, but I am planning on doing a tune. So I will be tuning this truck. I got in contact with a guy from 5-Star. I don't remember his name. Kevin, I think. And I told him that I was going to be doing this truck, and then I was going to be tuning it. I wanted an E85 tune, and I wanted a 91 or 93 performance tune, and I want an 87 towing tune. So I just want those three, and that's it. And then I can revert back to stock if I need to. So that was what we're going to do. Now we're going to take this little guy for a ride here. And that's a nice cold day, so the intake should sound good and make some power. Now I've already tested this truck with my dragger unit, which my battery is dead. I got 0 to 60 with no traction, like six and a half seconds with no traction. I think I can get that down to, if I could manage to, because these tires won't catch much traction. No matter how I launch it, I can't get a good launch. I mean, it's not a performance car or anything with no weight on the back. But I got 6.60 to 60. I know I could get that down probably about 4/10, probably 6 seconds. So I'm hoping with the performance intake and the tune to be down in the 5s. And I'm going to get rid of the speed limiter because 95 miles an hour or 98 miles an hour, you know, I'm hitting it in the quarter mile stock. So I've been hitting it in the quarter mile stock, 98, 99. I actually hit the speed limiter with this truck. And it did a 14... I have to look back at the video, don't quote me. A 14.5, I think. And this truck was completely stock when I did that. And I have 10-ply tires with heavy steel wheels. So can you imagine if I put lower profile tires that I could actually catch traction and actually get a start? I know I could drop at least a half a second off. So we're going to take this guy for a ride and see what the intake sounds like and maybe do a launch or two. So stick with it. Alright, so took it out for a little bit and let the truck warm up. Let's see, we're just rolling here. Something's squeaking in the back of my truck. Just rolling here. Sounds so much better, by the way. Wait till you see this hit. Can't even catch traction. Oh, that was a little squirrely there for a minute. Yeah, you don't notice the intake while you're just normally driving, like right now, just normally driving. So you're just leisurely driving. You hear it a little bit, so it's not like very intrusive, which I didn't want it to be. That's the reason why I haven't done the exhaust on this truck, is because I know I can free up a lot more power but I don't want it to be super loud. Like, I want to be able to leave the truck running and my neighbors not be like, what the hell is that? You know? So we're going to stop here and do it. This is a little uphill. Do a little uphill. It's cold. It says 37, but it ain't there. It just went down 36. It ain't that warm. That was rolling into it. Had to back out. It's a little squirrely turning. But yeah, I'm happy with the results. I like that you can't hear the ROUSH intake while you're just normally driving. I mean, you step on it a little bit, you hear it, but it's not till you're really in it before you really hear anything. So that's a plus. That really is a plus. And as you've seen from the rev test that I did, back up here. Stupid backup beeper. If any of you Ford guys know how to get rid of this backup beeper, if there's a way to force scan it or something to get rid of it, it's broke and it just beeps as soon as you put it into reverse. So if anybody knows how to do that, oh, there's a state trooper behind me. Hey, you hear that? I'm actually going faster than the speed limit and the state trooper's behind me. I don't know if you guys can see that in the mirror. That's me. Swerving. But yeah, I'm actually happy with the results. Like I said, I got to get the 5-star tune, which is really going to be the thing that opens up the most power. You know, I know it's not going to be a race car and anything, but the 5-liter Coyote engine is just... Oh, the sound is so much better. Smiles per mile, I want to say. So yeah, guys, you want to see what it's going to be with the tune, stick with it. I've been doing this f150 project for a couple months now. I did new headlights, tail lights. I had the wheels painted. This was the first non-stock modification that I did to it, other than I had a K&N air filter in it just for easy cleaning. So yeah, that's the driving impression. All right, so we're back from the driving test. In conclusion, ROUSH intake, 9 out of 10. The only reason why I'm going to take 1 point off for this particular intake is if you're trying to install it when it's cold, it's miserable. So it's nice. It seals against the lid. I mean, hey, what could you expect? I got this on eBay. They had it listed for $3.95. I know, a little expensive. I messaged the seller and I told him that I was going to sell this and make a video on YouTube about it, and he gave it to me for $3.35. So it's always good when you tell people that I do YouTube videos. Yeah, I might leave a link in this video to because he was a really good seller and he contacted me, told me that it was shipped and all that. So he was a really good seller, and he's got a lot of parts on there, so I might mention him. I mean, I like when I get good sellers on eBay and stuff. But all right, I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be the tune video. Stick with me, boys. We'll see what we can get for the old F-150.